Hello and welcome to this Sadio Mane Player of the Month review. I've been using him as a left winger in this quickly put together Premier League team alongside Morata and Sterling. Sadio Mane's Player of the Month has just come out and he already looks on face value to be one of the best players in the Premier League, so I did this review in order to find out if the rumours were true. Currently, Sadio Mane's Player of the Month card costs about 440k on Xbox or about 500k on PlayStation, and you have until October the 13th to do it if you wish to get a hold of this monster card. The loan version, which I'm using, costs about 12k for the 20 games, and I recommend it if you cannot afford the real deal just to get a feel of the player and to maybe give you an edge in FUT Champions qualifying or seasons. Mane got a huge upgrade and now has 95 pace, 83 shooting, 80 passing, 89 dribbling, 45 defending and 81 physical. He stands 5'9" inches tall, he has high medium work rates, is right footed with a 3-star left foot and 4-star skill moves. In the 5 games that I played with him he scored an absolutely astonishing 18 goals. Taking a more in-depth look at his stats, the one that stand out the most obviously is acceleration and speed. 96 acceleration and 93 speed provides a +2 pace upgrade over his base card to make him absolutely rapid. His shooting has been massively improved, now holding a clinical 88 finishing, and his dribbling stats are through the roof, with 93 agility and 90 dribbling being the best there. The main things to take home from this card are that he's a born goal scorer. Any half chance that appears and Sadio Mane will put them away clinically and with ease. This is a noticeable improvement over his base card, where sometimes he'd squander chances and leave you feeling frustrated. No matter if you're playing Mane as a left winger, left forward or even as a 7-chem striker, he'll certainly get you goals from within the box or even from outside, despite on paper the poor 73 long shots. Mane possesses 3 traits: flair, tries to beat defensive line and speed dribbler. Try to beat defensive line is great on a player as rapid as Mane, as it means that all you have to do is thread a through ball or bang one over the top and he's already on the back of the defender and ready to make a run in onto goal. Speed dribbler only aids with this, as he can travel faster on the ball than people without this trait, and you can really feel it as he accelerates past slower defenders and keeps the gap. His dribbling feels incredible, certainly one of the best dribblers I've used this year, and this is no surprise when you've seen how amazing his dribbling stats are on the card. 93 agility, 89 balance, 83 reactions, 87 ball control, 90 dribbling and 81 composure, along with the aforementioned speed dribbler trait, means that Mane effortlessly glides along the pitch wherever you want him to go, and this usually ends up being wherever your opponent least wants him. Another thing that makes this card so scary is the physical. Not only is Sadio Mane's Player of the Month card absolutely full of pace and with incredible dribbling, but he's also strong too, and this is a tough match for any opposition. With 77 strength and 78 aggression, he can hold off a lot of weaker defenders with ease, and if you put a chem style such as marksman on him like I did, these stats are only increased further. This puts Mane into a truly special class of players with over 75 strength and over 90 pace. To put this into perspective, Mane's Player of the Month card is quicker than Gareth Bale with only 2 less strength, and his comparable pace, shooting and physical to Aubameyang, along with a vastly improved dribbling. Trying to find negatives in this card is a pretty hard task. His passing stat lets him down a little sometimes, despite having an 80 passing stat made up of 83 short passing, 84 vision and 76 long passing. It doesn't feel quite that high in game, and sometimes you feel like some of the passes he was making were a little rough along the edges. But it's not like that really stops this card from being elite. The main negative on this card right now is honestly probably the cost. Over 300k on an untradeable player this early on in the game is a big commitment to make, and although it may give you the edge you desire right now, a question should be asked on whether or not 6 months down the line you will have regretted it if Mane ends up getting a couple of informs or even a second Player of the Month card, as we saw Heung-min Son get last year. Although he may be a better player than Aubameyang or cards that cost a similar amount, they can always be sold back if you do not like them, so I highly recommend, if you're on the fence about investing so much of your money into this card, to try out the loan player and make sure that you're happy to be burdened with this player for the rest of the year. I'd love as a player who's going to have to come up against this card a lot over the next few months to say that his 3-star weak foot was really noticeable, but that would only be a lie, as you can see here in these clips. He was extremely confident as a weaker foot, and that only makes playing with this card even more of a treat, and playing against it even more of a headache. Overall, this card is definitely one of the best cards I've used this year, and if I see Sadio Mane's Player of the Month card in an opponent's squad, it will certainly put me on edge. The main pros are obviously his 4-star skills. Being able to create chances is always a big plus. He's absolutely rapid, very strong and has amazing dribbling and an end product to match, which makes him a very scary card. The main cons are the price, the fact that he is untradeable and that it is a big commitment, and the fact that his passing can be a little off sometimes. You should consider doing Sadio Mane's Player of the Month card if you have a lot of excess money. If you only just have enough money to do it, I would not recommend spending it all on this card. Also, you could consider doing the Player of the Month card if you just want the edge on opponents now. Sadio Mane, although expensive, is definitely more obtainable at this stage of the game than a player such as Cristiano Ronaldo, but would give a similar kind of edge against opponents in seasons or in FUT Champions. You can get Mane if you play with wingers or with strikers, as he'd work perfectly well at 7 chem, and finally you should only get Mane if you are 100% certain that you definitely want him, as it's too big of an investment to be sitting on the bench in a few months if you decide to change your team away from the Premier League. Overall, I would rate Sadio Mane's Player of the Month card a 9 out of 10. He's absolutely amazing card, but for me it's just too expensive and too big a commitment at this stage of the game. However, if you do have the excess money and you do decide to do this SBC, he will certainly be good enough for FUT Champions even quite some time in the future, as this is a truly special card. Thanks for watching this review of Sadio Mane. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any other players you'd like to see me review, please leave a comment down below. That's all for now though, and I'll see you next time. Bye!